All right, guys, it is the tail end of the season for striper. They're still hitting the river year round, so you can still catch them year round, but this is the tail end. They're pretty much like the salmon. They come from the ocean, they come up and spawn on the river, except for the striper, they actually come back. The salmon, they die after they spawn, they die. So the striper, they come to live longer. Those things live up to like 50 years or something. So they live a long time, so they're coming back through the river, guys. So this is when you can catch these big females at night, and the Feather River is still pushing striper through it. So still maybe a little bit of striper coming up the river, but definitely it's a tail end of the season, so there's going to be definitely striper coming back down the river. Delta is doing pretty good. Feathers starting to pick up quite a bit, I've heard, and Verona area is hit and miss, I've heard. Some days people are limited out, and some days there's no fish. And also I'm gonna try and hit up the delta here pretty soon. I think I'm gonna go near like the mouth of the river, or Sacramento River, on the delta, and see if there's any striper out there. All right, guys, there it is. Got chicken liver there, anchovies there on a 4-ounce slider. Get this puppy out there.
What is that?
Split tail.
Oh my god.
It's a monster split tail right on the chicken liver.
What the frick?
There it is, boys. Got the chicken liver on top and the sardines on the bottom, or anchovies on the bottom. Too big of a split tail to put on the hook.
Oh my god.
He was just swimming right along, wasn't he?
Let me hold him.
You wanna hold him? Don't throw him back in. Nice split tail. Hold it up. All right, we started about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's about 4:30 right now, and it's hot out here. It's heating up, and the water's heating up too. So far, we just got 2 split tails on the chicken liver, and nothing on the anchovies, and nothing on the nightcrawlers so far. So we'll keep you guys up to date. All right, so today we're soaking some bait, and then also we're casting this bait caster here. It's a 7-foot medium action Abu Garcia, and it's a 200 Torrent 2 PC Fun. This thing's got a big old handle on it, and it's got a huge drag on it, and I just love this reel for casting. And then I'm throwing this guy out here, the P-Line Predator. Sometimes I'll put a worm on the back, but today I'm just throwing with no worm. I switch it up a lot. What I like to do here, guys, is you put a little snap swivel right here. See that? And that way I can just change the bait like instantly. That way you don't have to tie each time. I like to switch baits a lot, so I just snap it on there real quick, and all my baits, all my lures and everything seem to swim just fine with this snap swivel on here. So I have no problems with it. And we're fishing right here at Knight's Landing, and we got a nice little eddy current going on here, guys. See the current out there, and then see this current coming back in here. I don't know how good you can see it on the video, but it's coming back. The river's going to the left this way, and then this eddy current's coming swinging back right here because there's a big S curve. That's a good spot. All the bait fish go there, and then the big predator fish come there to feed. Maybe. Yep. Another one, dude. Another split tail.
On the chicken liver.
Yeah, they like that stuff. That's the only problem. He's almost good enough to put on the back on the hook.
Sure.
Number 2, chicken liver. Don't let that guy back in. I like those guys. Hold them up. Franklin area and up, I wouldn't worry about the tides. If you're around that area and downriver, like towards the delta, I would definitely worry about the tides, and always try and fish on a high incoming tide are the best. Slack tides are obviously going to be dead water. Mainly though in the delta is what I look for. If I'm fishing Sacramento area, you know, Sacramento or Knights Landing, or even further north downriver, or I'm sorry, upriver, then I would definitely just worry about the time of day and the water conditions. Not so much about the tides. So feeding, you want to go when they're feeding hours. Afternoons are really good, or super early morning before the sun comes up. You want to have your line in the water. That's going to be your best bet for getting on these stripers. If you're upriver, past Sacramento area, past the Verona area, I wouldn't worry about the tide at all around that area. Just early mornings is going to push these fish in and have them feed, and you're going to get on better fish and get some more bite. All right, if you guys are fishing with this chicken liver, make sure you wrap the crap out of it. I mean, just keep wrapping it because it falls off. You could almost even get some netting and put it around some netting, but with chicken liver, you got to check the bait often and wrap it really, really good because it falls off. But these fish, even striper, they just love this stuff. Also heard halibut is doing really good in Berkeley. It's starting to pick up, and I think they're opening the live baits, or they're getting ready to, out there in Berkeley. You get one? Oh, what is that? Yeah, what was that? Striper? Oh, this striper guys feeding, or out in the middle here. They're probably spawning. Alright guys, still out here. It's about 6:30 and just seen a big striper either spawning or chasing some kind of bait fish, and he was right in the middle and we could see him really good. Can't really see him on the camera, but he was just chomping on something. Big old striper, probably 20-30 pound striper, and probably just chasing some bait fish and feeding. But yeah, see, this afternoon starts to get good, guys. Early morning and afternoon bite. All right guys, I just put a heavier weight on there. I'm running like 8 or 9 ounce now, and I casted it way out there in the middle, and it's getting some good bites right now. Afternoon bite right now. What do we got today? Oh, striper. Baby. There we go, guys. Striper on the chicken liver. Little shaker. I'm trying to shake her, guys. Hold him real quick. Nice. All right, release him nice and safely so we can go live another day. Whoa.
Feisty.
Here we go. Chicken liver catching stripers. There's still lots of stripers in the system, guys. They're still catching them at the delta, all the way up north in the Colusa area. Way up north, they're still catching a bunch of stripers right now. They're still thick in the system. They're just being a little harder to bite. If you're not right on top of them, you got to really find these fish this year. But once you do, the bite's on.